Hey guys, this is Spot. Welcome to my second vlog. I don't even know if this is really a vlog. It's more like channel updates. I think vlog is where you sit down and go, my life is so miserable. Let me tell you all about it because obviously you would like to hear about it. And that's not what this is. So it's more like channel updates, but that's okay. We'll keep calling it a vlog. It's easy to understand. Right. Hope everyone's doing okay. Awesome. First of all, I'd like to just say thanks for the new subscribers. Thanks for the old subscribers. You guys rock. You're why I do this. So what are we doing here? Oh, first of all, I've been working on my overall video quality. And now when I say quality, I don't actually mean how good I commentate and things like that. I'm always working on that. And I think I have a lot of room to improve there. But I'm actually talking about like actual encoding quality of the video. This is usually only a problem with more action-y stuff, you know, kind of like the stuff you're seeing on the screen right now. I've been messing with it, and I've tried all types of encoding issues. The thing is that you have to understand is that what I encode in looks great. What I render to after I do it in my editor looks great. But once YouTube gets a hold of it, it just goes to crap, especially when stuff's moving quickly on the screen. One of the things, I have made a change that I think should help somewhat, but it's still not to the quality that I would like. But I'm not sure that it's possible to get to the quality that I would like, but I'm looking at other pro channels to see if they're getting more of the quality that I like, because if they are, that means it's possible. So I am working on it. If that bugs you like it bugs me, do know that I am not oblivious to it, and it will get better eventually, I hope. So yes, what else? Oh yes, I understand that some of you guys comment all the time, and I love that, thank you. I mean, like, that really, I can't even tell you what value that is to me. That's amazing. If I don't respond like right away within like hours or even a day, don't think that's not because I'm not reading your comments, because I read all of them. But the thing is that a lot of times your comments are pretty in-depth, and I'm not the type of person that wants to respond with, oh, thanks. If you give me an in-depth comment, I want to actually read it and respond with, you know, valid responses. Every once in a while, just FYI, you may give me a longer comment and I may respond with a shorter answer. But a lot of times that's in specific situations where what you said is more basic information and it didn't really need a response, if that makes sense. And there's not really much to say in response. But the point of this is that I don't want you to think that I'm not reading your comments. I'm totally reading your comments, and yes, and I want to respond to all of them. And actually, the only thing is, the only time I will not respond to a comment is if it's a deal where the time between I read it to when I'm going to respond to it actually butts up against when I'm recording the next episode of that series, because a lot of times I'm taking into account what you commented about and I'm applying it in that next episode. So sometimes I'm like, well, they'll see it in this next episode because I talk about it. But even that's rare. So my point being, if I don't respond right away, don't think that's because I'm not listening. Totally listening, always listening. That's the entire reason. If it wasn't for you guys, I'll just play alone. So yeah, that's about it. Some other stuff. I have not put out a new episode of Space DF9, not because I don't like the game or anything else. It's because since the Alpha 4 update, including the 4A, it will not record. There is one episode, the last one. You can go look at it if you haven't already. If you care, you probably already have. And you'll notice that it catches all the way through and there's issues with it. That only happened in Alpha 4, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe they changed their rendering pipeline. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I'm not going to pretend to know, but something changed. And with the 4A, I went in there and I tried to mess with it, and it was the same thing. So I just got to wait. And because of Double Fine has recently done this year's Amnesia Fortnite, we lost 2 weeks of development. So I'm not sure when Alpha 5's coming, and hopefully Alpha 5 will fix this. I'm the type of guy, if there's a lot of people involved with a project, kind of like this, I don't automatically jump on the forums and start telling them about it, because most likely they know about it. If Alpha 5 comes out and it's still this issue, I will send an email. Not that that's going to make a huge difference, but you know, at that point I'm like, okay, obviously it hasn't been caught in 2 updates now. Not that 4A was a huge update, but you know, it was one. It was a hot fix, and this wasn't on the list. So if it's not in 5, I will send an email and just say, just so you guys know, had some major video encoding issues with this. So yeah, I think that they would actually want to know, mainly because it's not like the renderer has an issue with it in general. It's never had a problem before. So we'll figure it out. But until then, the reason why you haven't seen any more space-based videos is that. I have a Shadowrun Returns Dragonfall series out. Some people have expressed that they don't really like it. It's just not their thing. I understand. That's cool. You don't have to watch it. And by that, that's not me going, well, fine, just don't watch it. I mean, I'm serious. That's fine, obviously. It is for some people. It's not for some people. As I've said before, I'm really a story nut. So walking around and reading lore is like a huge thing for me. That's awesome. Especially it's sci-fi cyberpunk, which is right up my alley. I'm far more of a sci-fi person than I am a fantasy person. And so I'm going to play Shadowrun Returns anyway, so I might as well post it. And some of you do like it, so that's really about it. If you haven't watched it and you do like sci-fi and especially like cyberpunk type stuff, like Deus Ex type stuff, Deus Ex, I guarantee you, was influenced by Shadowrun, because Shadowrun has been around in pen and paper format for a long time. It's a great world universe. There's actually, it is sci-fi, but there's actually magic and orcs and elves and all types of stuff, and it all weaves together. And there's actually dragons, and not dragons like Skyrim dragons, dragons like CEOs of corporations dragons. It's really awesome. I mean, it's a very in-depth universe. Definitely worth your time to check out, especially if you like sci-fi stuff. But yeah, that series is slower. It's more go around, get a feeling for the aesthetics, and just the overall feeling of that world. I mean, that's the whole point, and kind of follow this storyline through it as we go along. So it will be a little bit slow in some points. I mean, there's been like, an entire episode that's nothing but going around and talking to people. But again, for me at least, that's the largest part of the enjoyment. I really enjoy the combat, but that's actually not the most enjoyable part of it for me. So if you do like the story, that's awesome. And if you're interested in speaking about the story, feel free to post, and I'm totally into talking about that stuff. I like lore a lot, anything in sci-fi. All right, I have a new Minecraft series, Minecraft Apocalypse, playing Solar Apocalypse. If you like Minecraft, and especially if you've never actually seen the Solar Apocalypse mod, you should definitely check it out. It's fun. It's just getting started, but it's going to get more and more fun, etc. What was there? Oh, I haven't put out any more Civilization 4 videos yet for two reasons. One is I'm kind of overloaded with the videos at the time. And Civ 4 is, everybody's done, I mean, anybody that has strategy has done a lot of Civilization. So it's not like this hardcore, everybody's biting at the bits to get new episodes of it, and so more will come. But the other thing is that 2K, who publishes Civ, is one of those publishers that is just stuck in the dark ages, it seems, and they just have not posted any type of actual permission to post stuff on YouTube. And so every time I upload one, I get this notice now. Used to, it was like every once in a while, and now it's almost every video that you need to provide blah, 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 blah. And usually it's okay if I don't try to monetize them, right? And it's not that monetizing them is a huge deal to me. It's not like I have a lot of subscribers right now anyway. It's not like it's going to impact me financially. I'm not really making anything off of YouTube. But it's kind of the principle of the matter for me. I'm kind of like, this is free marketing. I even understand if publishers want to try to bar people from posting content on YouTube in story games, I can understand that, right? I mean, if it's a story game and somebody posted on YouTube, they're literally giving away a large portion of the game, right? But something like Civilization, it's Civ. I mean, like every game is different and somewhat the same every time. Like how is that remotely a problem at all? It's free marketing. Like I can't remotely understand that. And for some reason, indie developers really get that. Hardcore. It's just, it's very difficult to find an indie developer that's not like immediately like, oh yes, please post our stuff on YouTube, because, they're interested in the exposure. There are some publishers like, I believe Ubisoft is very much like, do it, and others which have gotten it, but 2K is not one of them. So more or less posting Civ stuff is a hassle, actually, I think some of the bigger channels that post Civ stuff, I think that they're with particular gaming YouTube networks that have departments that their entire purpose is to, acquire permissions like that. And that's fine, but I'm not big enough to be part of one of those networks, etc. So yeah, if you follow the Civilization series, that's why you haven't seen any more. And I just knocked my mic. I apologize for that. Not much else left to be said. Oh, I just wanted to mention something about my style of commentating. I commentate like I talk normally. This is not me being somebody that I'm not. I talk a lot. My whole family is very outgoing. And because I talk a lot when I'm thinking something, I usually say it. Yes, if you're wondering, that has gotten me into trouble in the past. But the point is that while you are free to give me any type of advice you want, and I appreciate all of it, you don't have to assume that if I'm somewhere and I'm like, what the heck is that type thing, that I'm actually saying, please, someone tell me what that is. Feel free to. It's not a problem. I just don't want you to waste a lot of your time by answering questions that I'm not actually asking. You'll know when I'm actually asking because I'll be like, man, that's really weird. If somebody knows what that is, please tell me. But yeah, and then, so answers to those questions that I actually ask, and you guys a lot of times give me supplementary information, which I never even say anything about that you notice, and that's very valuable. But my whole point being that if I just say, you know, something like, oh, that's strange, I wonder what that does, it's not necessarily that I won't find out, so I don't necessarily need a response immediately. Anyway, and I just hit my mic again. I've been working all day, I'm really fried, and I motion with my hands and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I think that's about it. Yeah, awesome. Subscriptions have been slowly growing, not real fast. I just may not be that entertaining, that entertaining enough to watch. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm going to keep doing it, because why not, right? Yeah, so current series that I'm actually doing are Memoria, which I need to be doing more of. Shadowrun, Dragonfall. Shadowrun Returns, Dragonfall, which will run out. Okay, it's just a story. It's not open-ended. We will get to the end. Space Base, which is on pause. Civ, which I'll get back to, but it's kind of like low priority, right? And Minecraft Apocalypse, which should continue to be fun. And that's about what we're doing right now. Every once in a while, obviously, I'm going to sprinkle in like some random rounds and things like that. But yeah, awesome. Again, thanks for all the subscriptions and the followers. It's really awesome. And I really appreciate your guys' input. And so that's it until next time. Until that time, have fun and stay safe. Okay, bye.